And we are back here again with the Sports by Schmucks channel here with the Dallas Stars be a GM as I kind of get tied up with my words right there. Anyways, we're into December now, so we're going to start the simulation. Jack Campbell's back in net. And like we were doing before, it's going to be a three games, and then it's going to be excuse me, 3 games, and it'll be a switch back to Ellis, just because I still want to get Campbell his starts. Let's see. What do I want to scout? Let's go defenseman in the O. Yeah, it's good. No, I already did defenseman in the O because that's Ekblad. Let's do forwards in the O. All right, so we started with we're 12, 8, and 5, which is something, like I said, I don't necessarily like because I don't want to be a playoff team. I was hoping this year would be a rebuilding year. That's why I traded everybody. I'm kind of hoping that will start to. I mean, we shouldn't be beating teams like the Chicago Blackhawks right there. A game with the Leafs, who are on a roll heading into the game, and there you go. That's a loss right there. So I'll give. You know what? I'm going to keep rolling with Campbell. I'll see if when he loses 3. Hopefully that's after these 2 games, as we head into a meeting with the Philadelphia Flyers here, and I guess we can talk about some hockey, some real life hockey as this goes along. My Toronto Maple Leafs are doing quite well, not terribly. They just rebounded with the loss over the Flames, but they pretty much played themselves out of a playoff spot, especially with this season they've got coming up. This is being recorded before their game against the Boston Bruins on Thursday night. It's probably uploaded on Friday, but you know what? They shouldn't have been the way they've been playing. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs, and even if they did, they'd be heading into a matchup with the Bruins anyways. And you know what? I don't want to go through that. Like, I want to be in the playoffs, obviously, but last year was a completely different team that we had. I mean, a lot of the players are the same, but it was just a different mentality. It felt like they almost believed they could win that series against the Bruins. But this year, I don't think they can. I mean, I would love to be proved wrong, but I don't even think they're going to get the opportunity to prove me wrong. So yeah, it's going to be a tough sledding for the Maple Leafs here. But what's actually more interesting is Detroit being on the verge of possibly missing the playoffs, because they haven't missed the playoffs in like what, 2 decades, 22 years, something like that. And I mean, they've been hot. I mean, Nyquist has been pretty much incredible for that team. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. As I'm talking here, I'm kind of getting myself distracted, but it'd be interesting to see how they go. I mean, Datsuk's coming back. They've got Zetterberg back, so the injury situation is actually starting to get better as it goes on. Excuse me. So it'd be nice to see Detroit get in there. One team that I really want to see get in the playoffs is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They've only been in the playoffs once before, and even when it was that, they got swept by the Red Wings. So it'd be nice to see them, especially in the Eastern Conference. They probably get matched up, probably with the Bruins, unfortunately for them. But yeah, definitely be interesting to see what they could possibly do in the playoffs. I mean, I would expect something big. I wouldn't expect anything big from them, but maybe if they push, Boston to a game 6, game 7, maybe that would be a pretty good feat, considering they've never won a game in franchise history. So as we look at our team again, we're 16, 13, and 6. And that's actually 17, 13, and 6 now. After another win there. I mean, come on, guys. Start losing some games. I don't want to. When we get to the new year, I'll do a quick look at where we are in the standings. Let's get Ellis in there for a couple of games. Maybe that'll give us some losses. I mean, I want Campbell to progress. That's why I'm playing him so much. But I also don't. I mean, the whole point of this first year was to fail for Ekblad. Failing for Aaron, does that work? I like it, but I don't think it really works that well. Anyways, I really wanted to get Aaron Ekblad. He'd be a nice cornerstone for the defense, and I know going into it, I mean, and I have the stuff up front with Ben Sagan and Nichushkin, I believe it was. I'm probably wrong, but I think it's Nichushkin. So we'll take a look once we get. I'll actually just give Campbell the starts right to the new year, right until that game against the Canadians. We'll go and take a look at the standings where everybody is and see how that's going. So we finished the 2013 portion of our schedule at 17, 16, and 6. So let's see how good that is in regards to everywhere else. So we are right now. We are in the Central Division. We're fourth with 40 points, and right now it looks like we'd be in the playoffs. As unrealistic as it is, depending on how the no, we'd be in the playoffs because there's there's 4 teams with 40 points right now. I mean, we're not even that far up on last in the Central Division. We're only 9 points up. The East is just killing it. So the West actually looks like it's going to be very weak. So hopefully maybe we could fall down a bit. I mean, I think we have St. Louis's pick. And we could take a look at that maybe after the end of this video. So we'll take a look at that and see what's going on there. And unfortunately for Dickinson, his plus minus is the best on the team at 0. So that's kind of shows a bit where our team is right now. Let's go to Stat Central. We can look at some team stats here through December. And I decided that just because I want to get through this year, I'm not going to be doing any more gameplay simulation for this year. I kind of just want it to be fairly natural, but I also want it to get done quickly so I can move on to the off season and start on my rebuilding. So there you go. Ben and Sagan are doing very well. I mean, that's as good as I can expect, especially, Sagan, 34 points at 39 games. Ben is obviously doing a bit better there. But Chuskin, their right winger, he's having a decent season for the little right winger there. I mean, his shot category is only going to improve. So, you know what? It's been a good year for him. I think that's his over. Yeah, 77 overall. So I don't remember what he was before the year. Maybe he's improved a bit. We'll go to defense here. Ryan Murphy's doing very well. Actually, let's go plus minus. There you go. Everyone is a minus pairing except for Oleksiak, Jamie Oleksiak there. The worst being Cameron Gomps. So that's not good. I mean, Murphy's doing well offensively. So is Brendan Dillon. Cece's doing all right as well. So it'd be nice to see Oleksiak with 105 penalty minutes. You a little tough son of a bitch, aren't you? Anyways, here we go with the goalies. It looks like you can see there. Even though he has a better goals against average, it looks like he's getting more of the losses. I mean, he has a worse win percentage for sure. He has a better save percentage and everything. I guess he's not getting the goal support in his start. So kind of surprising there for Dan Ellis. But let's get back to the simulating, and I'll just put Jack Campbell back into goal. So I mean, I'm kind of curious because, I mean, this team's not going to do anything in the playoffs, and I don't want them to make the playoffs. I think I've said that. I think I've stressed that enough times that I don't want to see it happen. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of comes of the second part of the season. I mean, I don't know how far I'm going to go. Maybe the door is just going to fall out with this Dallas team, because you see we've started to lose games now as we come up with a matchup with the Red Wings, who should destroy us. No, we beat them, of course. Yeah, of course we did. And then we lose to the Islanders. So we'll give Campbell these 2 starts as well. Then I'll switch it back over to him. Let's go to my trading block. I thought I had. Who do I want to give up? I thought I had. Let's get back to Dallas. Yeah, I only have Horkov on the block. I mean, the only reason I want to move him is because I want to get rid of his salary. So maybe at the trade deadline I can. I mean, mainly because he has 2 years left on the deal, which sucks. So maybe if I can trade him at the deadline, that'd be something to look into. Excuse me, because he's not in the future of this team essentially. So, and he's eating $6 million with the salary. So, wow, that's 2 more wins. They just want to be in the playoffs. Maybe this is going to be a playoff team, and maybe I'll use the other picks that I've acquired to try and move down in the draft a little bit. You never know. Or maybe we'll just start losing here because Dallas is one. Oh, that's I think that was Edmonton's. Sorry, not Edmonton. New York's 10th straight win that it just showed on the bottom there. So the Islanders putting on a run. I mean, of course, they probably still have Tavares because he didn't get hurt like he did in the gold medal game. Which, I mean, New York wasn't doing that. They were kind of treading water for a bit after that, but they weren't doing that well to begin with in the season. And then, they traded for Vanek, and that really didn't help matters. He didn't really help their team a lot. Come on, we got to get demolished by Boston here. You'd think. I mean, it's a 3-2 loss. There's a loss. There's a loss. So, anyways, I know I shouldn't be cheering to lose, but like I said, you know what my plan is with this team. We'll go back to the goalie switch back there again. So, we'll go through the end of the month. We'll take a look at the stats again. I'll probably only do up until January, make this a shorter video because all I'm doing is talking. And I'll do another video later in the week. I'm trying to be more consistent with this. So it's just hard with work and all. I know it's not an excuse, especially when I'm trying to do this. But anyways, I just want, when I get time, I just kind of like to sit down. But I'm trying to get better with posting stuff when I have the opportunity to do so. Let's see, scout assignment. Let's do forwards in the queue. Anyone projected high? First round. Well, there's a bunch of top 10s. Let's do forwards in the dub for 6 weeks. Yeah, let's get. I forget where I was going. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll do a channel update while we're here. I pretty much stopped both the NCAA football one and the Madden series, mainly because Madden, it's out next gen, so I doubt many people want to see me playing last gen Madden, especially when I wasn't really faithful with that series. And I kind of got tired of Xavier Banks. I had everything recorded, and I could have sat down and edited it, but I just didn't really want to. And now that we're losing games, I'm just going to keep simulating. I'll go right to the end of the month. I didn't want to just keep doing those Xavier Banks ones because it just kind of felt boring and nothing really happened in them. It was just him winning, and really it was just him winning and putting up stats. There wasn't really much of a story there. So I guess I don't want it to be scripted, but at the same time, I kind of want it more of a storyline, if that makes zero sense. But I just don't want it to be straight football. Maybe I can start one with next year. I know there's no game next year, but maybe for next college football season, get something with a bit more pizzazz or a bit more of a storyline. I do have a PS4. I'm just kind of waiting on. I don't want to buy an HDMI splitter because I know the PS4 is getting a update soon for the Elgato. So I'll get back into that after we take a look at some stats here. Let's go to the. I'll go see how the trades and whatnot right after this. So we'll do team standings, and there you see we're starting to fall towards the bottom of the conference. We got 51 points, so we're still not out of a playoff spot, but we're not in the playoffs right now, which is great. Colorado's obviously not doing very well, as you see there, and we still have fewer points than anybody in the Eastern Conference, so that's good for us there. We got nobody in the Ben's knocking on the door for goals, and same with Sagan. He's knocking on the door for assists. So maybe next year, with a year under Nichushkin's belt, maybe that'll help him be good. Campbell is kind of up there in wins, which is kind of surprising. So, I mean, he has 17 wins on the year, so he's just behind Niemi right there, and he's not up there for his save percentage and goals against average. So. Let's give some Ellis a couple of starts. I know I said I didn't want to. But why not? Give Campbell a break. Anyways, as I was saying, I do have a PS4. PS4 is supposed to be putting an update for Elgato. So I don't have to buy a splitter. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I mean, I have Madden, but, at the same time, I don't want to get into Madden because it's almost the end of the year. Hopefully it's out around the same time the show comes out, because I wouldn't mind doing something with Road to the Show, or even a GM or an owner mode or franchise mode or whatever it was called in the show, I forget. That'd be kind of nice with the new next gen, all that type of stuff. I mean, so many people do Road to the Show, and not a lot of people pay attention, at least that I follow on YouTube. Not a lot of people pay attention to the franchise mode, so it'd probably be something very similar to this, where I sim a lot of games. and I kind of do like a live comm over the Sims. Maybe do a few. There's just the only problem is those games. I know I'm kind of rambling here. The games take so long to play that it's almost not worth it. I'm just simulating all of February here because they have the 2-week Olympic break. So I'll just let this sim as I talk. But yeah, I mean, I like the show. I like that game, but I don't want to just do another road to the show where my guy's just, eventually gets very good and he's just the best player on the team, best player in the league and everything like that. I mean, you can go other channels for that. I want to do stuff that is different. Like franchise mode, when you play it, you obviously want to win the World Series, but there's so many different outcomes of how to get there and what you want to do with your team. And with so many different teams available to choose from, it makes for a lot of variety there. And I know other people have done Dallas Stars once here, and I know this is similar to other commentary styles, but there's only so many ways you can do things. But at the same time, I want to be something different in the terms of I just want to do different things. Like everyone does Road to the Show, and I like watching them, but after a while, you just see so many times everyone is the best player in Major League Baseball, or with NBA 2K14, so many players are the star players on the teams by the end of the first season. If I do NBA 2K14, it's going to be it'd probably be the GM mode there as well, because that's a pretty new, interesting feature the way that they've done it. So, yeah, we'll go right up to the trade deadline here, and then the next video will be the trade deadline. See if I can move Sean Horkov at the deadline here. So at the end of the video, I'll do another quick wrap of where we are and where we stand as a team, as they try to. It looks like the team here is at least trying to make the playoffs, while I might not be. I'll do another scouting assignment, get that set. Let's do. Let's do defenseman in the dub for 6 weeks. I see where that goes. And I'll just do simulate up to these days, yeah. So the next video will be the start of the trade deadline. Hopefully, we'll be able to get something to do. We updated it before. Now, I don't remember if I sim this game, if I go to the trade deadline. So this could be interesting right here. Oh, I don't want to do this. Okay, just do sim period. Okay. And there you go. We lost 2-0 in the Blue Jackets. Good. I mean, that's what I want. So we'll see what happens here if it actually puts me right into the trade deadline. It doesn't know. So we'll stop the video right here. Oh, not right here, after we go through the stats. Let's see here. Team standings. There we go. We're at the bottom of the Central Division there in second. We are the third worst team in the Western Conference by points, and still worse than any team in the East. So pretty good there. Sagan's in the top 7 for assists, and Ben's in the top 8 for goals. So good job on both of those guys. Obviously, our top line is clicking. Wins there, and again, Campbell is just on the outside looking in. Save percentage, nothing there as well. So we'll go into some more in-depth stats of the players, I should say. I don't really care about where we are in terms of, in terms of actual like power play percentage or whatnot, because as much as that would be important like next year or whatever, it's not a big priority because I don't really care about winning at this point. So points, there you go. That's a pretty decent top 2 there. I mean, I'd want more from the Chuskin, but I'll take it for now. Just hopefully he develops. Scheifele has 29 points, and he's averaged about a point every other game. Not bad for a second liner, especially for, I think he's still technically a rookie in this. 3 rays left on his entry-level deal, so he's still a rookie. Shame he got injured in real life. Anyways, forwards there. Defensemen, again, some really good point production from the defenseman, especially from Dylan, who's a defensive defenseman, but has 25 points. Not too bad. But everyone's a minus except for Alexiak. As we get into goalies, Campbell, that's the numbers I kind of wanted, 45 to 19. So not too bad there. Decent, all right, almost just under 3 goals against average. Save percentage is all right. But Ellis says apparently he's getting, when he plays, he's just not getting goal support. And like a lot of his games, like look at that. Where is it? Shootout losses. He's got 6 of them. So you know he gets into overtime quite a bit, as you see there. And then they both have a shutout under their belt. So it'll be interesting to see where this series goes from now. Come back next time. We'll have the start with the trade deadline. Maybe try to get, even if we could just do a salary dump and take somebody else on for a couple years. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our Sports by Schmucks channels. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.